Hey, all you tough mothers out there. I have some really cool guests with me today. I have Mama D and KB. They're owners and founders of 51Fifty. What is 51Fifty? 51Fifty started with a custom rifle build for KB's dad, who has since passed away. The majority of work started as custom one off builds for law enforcement charities. And just like the rifles, their business has been ever evolving to fit the needs of the many, especially lefty optional people, which is my personal favorite, and soon to become a breast friendly butt stock. They're making some super cool rifles that are geared towards women, which I cannot wait to ask you guys about. So share a little bit about that. What kind of got you into the rifle building space, and then why women?
Well, like you said in the intro, it started off, KB wanted to build a special rifle to thank his father for being an amazing man. And he loved it so much, it just exploded into this ever evolving situation. We went into building for charities so that they could have these custom one-off builds to auction off and use the proceeds however they needed to help whoever that was that they were helping. And then I started telling him, well, I'm not seeing a lot of things geared towards women. Everything is either super bulky and heavy, or nobody seems to take into account the ladies, as in your breast. And butt stocks are always jamming. It doesn't seem to matter how well you fit it into your pocket. It always seems to be in the way, especially if you have larger breasts, I feel like. And even for women who aren't chesty, there's still enough tissue there that it will make it uncomfortable if things are not seated properly. And so I told him that I really wanted to try to work out a more ergonomical breast friendly buttstock. So we are still working on that. And I've been taking questions and answers from lots of women, whether they be competitive shooters or just, mom off the street who has just got a shotgun or something for home defense.
That's so cool. That is really cool. So what kind of things do you take into account with like the design? Because I know like if I have a sling, it's very difficult, right? Like it's either off to the side or kind of in the middle, and then it's really awkward.
Right. Well, obviously each woman, you're either broad shouldered or narrow shouldered. So you have to kind of take that into account because that's going to decide on the pocket size, right? I call it a pocket where you put your buttstock, right? The buttstock pocket. And also the size of your breast is going to take into account. What kind of bra are you wearing? Are you wearing a sports bra? Are you wearing a regular bra? Are they pushed up? Are they pushed down? Are they add-ons? Did you
like
upgrade?
90% of the population now.
Exactly. And so I want something that's more curvy, less sharp edges that are not going to protrude into us, and something a little bit more cushy is what I've been getting a lot as well, because most butt stocks, even if they have a pad on them, what I'm seeing is it's still a very hard rubber pad.
Right. Oh, cool. I love that because it just seems like there are so many more women coming into the shooting world. And as they get in, they're not really finding a lot of stuff that's made specifically for them. And I think manufacturers are kind of catching up and starting to make stuff that is specifically for women, not just like smaller men's stuff. And it's really cool to see you guys taking into account like the actual female form, because we're badass in our own right, but we just need some some special tweaks and stuff. So that is really cool. Is there anything else like as far as the guns go that's like kind of more geared towards women and that you guys are doing?
So we've dropped the weight. We're about 5 pounds right now. I think we're trying to get it just a little bit lighter than that. Because obviously, 8 pounds, when you think about it, you're like, oh, that's not too bad. But when you're holding it up, that gets really heavy. And so weight has been a big factor for me. And also, why do all guns have to be black? They don't. I like them to look pretty. Who says I can't look pretty? ready when I'm out on the range or running a competition or whatever.
I love that. Do you shoot competitively?
I don't shoot competitively yet. I'm hoping to get into it this year. We have been to several 3-gun competitions, doing charity work and stuff. And I have no idea how well I'll do, but I at least want to experience it. So when my competitors are coming and talking to me, because everybody has their own little lingo, I really want to be able to understand everything that they're saying to me.
That's awesome. I'm really jealous. I've wanted to do that for a long time, but just haven't had the opportunity to like train and get to do it. I know I just need to. Very jealous that you get to actually do that. Hopefully you'll update me with like pictures, videos, and of course, like the inevitable awards that you'll be getting, of course.
Oh, yes. Fingers crossed.
Especially with a custom made lighter rifle just for you.
Yes.
Will they be like a 223 or a 556 or both, or kind of like?
It'll run 223 wild, so you can run both rounds safely.
Nice. That's awesome. I love that. That's really cool. So how far along are you guys? Like, are you going to start producing them for people like in the general public, or are they still just kind of like one-off custom orders?
Oh no, we're ready. we cut our first prototype 4 weeks ago.
First prototype was cut and test fired on December 15th.
Wow, that's super exciting.
Yes, it's right there.
So I got to run it over.
Yep.
This one's a 357 SIG. It was nerve-wracking to run it over with the truck, but once I saw that it survived, I wasn't quite as nervous when he threw it about 20 feet up in the air and let it just crash down to the ground. And everything stood up really well. Nothing came apart. Nothing came loose. It was fantastic.
That's so cool. I think a true test is like a gang of small children, obviously unloaded, but you just let them try to tear that thing apart. And if it survives,
exactly.
I'll
hopped up on Pixie sticks and Mountain Dew.
The cam system is going to be real easy for them.
Yeah. So we have a new cam system for our upper and lower receivers. So that was another thing, not only for people with dexterity issues, but sometimes, not to say all women, because there are very strong women out there, but some women tend to have not as great a hand strength as a man does. And even men who later on in life develop issues, right? So we developed the RAC system, or rapid action cam system. Patent is pending, so that you can literally just turn it.
Wow.
And take it apart. Like no pins, no stupid little springs. I put together my first rifle a year ago, and there was a lot of cursing going on out in the shop, because I was like, who thought that these stupid little springs were a great idea? And I have tiny little hands, and they were flying everywhere, and the detents were flying everywhere. I was so angry.
It's so you're just angry at everything. You're like, who put the floor on the floor? This is ridiculous.
Exactly.
That is so cool. So easy removal, which is amazing. Super like resilient and kind of battle tested. Lighter for women. Lefty friendly, which I love, because it's like, this isn't the 1920s anymore. We don't force people to use their right hand. So it's like 50-50. But like nothing, I have a Daniel Defense, and it's ambi for the safety, but for the slide release, it's still on the left side, and it's so far up. I have man hands for a woman, but I can't like reach, so it's kind of nice that like you have something that's a little bit, more compact for, smaller hands.
So the ambi side of things, we have our partner is Optimum Parts, a great friend of ours. Guy's an amazing machinist and engineer. He has the patent on our system, on the system that is going to be, you'll be able to switch the gun from right ejecting to left ejecting. You literally pull the bolt, you'll twist the head, pull a pin, twist the head, put it all back in, and you can change that. We are working on the ergonomics of making sure the controls. So when we, at the end of the year, release the fully ambi gun, it will be fully ambi. All controls will be on both sides of the gun. In the meantime, we do plan to release dedicated left-handed rifles, because some lefties are going to, honestly, let's face it, they're going to say, I really don't care about right-handed shooters. I'm going to set the gun up for myself and to hell with everybody else.
Right.
So we are going to work on that. We're just trying to work out the mechanics of the mag catch, the mag release on the left side of the well. So the only other left-handed guns on the market on the AR platform, they are left-handed ejecting with all right-handed controls.
Right.
We're going to do the engineering to flip the controls.
That is so cool. I love that. Like I've I've literally gotten like smashed in the mouth by a right side ejecting fully automatic machine gun. Learned that the hard way. It was just super up close, and fortunately, I only had it on semi, but I got a mouthful of
hot lead,
hot
brass.
Hot brass.
Split my lip and almost chipped my tooth. But at least it was my birthday, so. You live and you learn. So
you do.
Yeah.
I really do appreciate the option to have things not shoot hot casings into my face.
Right.
That's actually a big plus. That is so cool. So if somebody was like, I'm sold, like I have to have one of these, how would they get one from you guys, or how would they order it?
So our website, we had to transition from our old website into a new website. And so that transition has
been a little bumpy.
Right now they can go to orders at 51Fifty.com.
Rifles.
Or sorry, 51Fifty Rifles.com, the number 51 and the word 50.
Okay.
To place an order that way. The website should be live.
I will be living on the computer fixing a website from today through the weekend with of course the wonderful Kat helping me. We will have 3 standard colors available. We are going to add the option. People will be able to upgrade to different triggers depending on their likeness. Colors: black,
Fool's chocolate.
Nice.
This is actually a retail rifle, full, ready to go. Or we call it Desert Battle, which is a greenish tan color, really light, battle worn with black. But then custom, they can actually upgrade, pay a little extra, and pick a custom color of their own, or do a personalized engraving. So if it's for a retirement, someone in the military, so on and so forth, they would have that option as well.
I love that. That's great. That is really cool. I'm going to put like all the links and the numbers and everything in the show notes page so people can like check it out. And I'll share that with people, because I'm sure a lot of people, especially women that want rifles, are hearing this. They're like, yes. Thank you. Thank you for making something that actually will work for me without a ton of like modifications, and just like perfect right out of the box. I also so what does 5150 mean?
So 5150 is a California penal code for when somebody is crazy, basically, is what it's boiled down to. And since our builds have always been crazy and a little out there, that was the term we opted to go for. And most people seem to, especially if they're from the West Coast, they know what it means, or if they've ever heard the Dirk Bentley song.
I love that. That is so cool. So is there like, I mean, I've got so many questions about like these rifles, but I feel like I need to like, so for me, like that recoil is like kind of a big deal, especially with like staying accurate. Like how is the recoil on like because you showed me like a shorter rifle and you guys got kind of a longer one. Like how is like the recoil in that? Like,
so we have 2 muzzle brakes to deal with that. On the test gun, it's our close quarters brake. It's more about even gas disbursement with that one, and not fogging up your glass if you're running an optic or a red dot. A upgrade from there, which is, we have represented on this gun, is actually our precision brake. And the gas disbursement is so even, there's actually no rise, no fall. It literally is just a soft push against your shoulder, and you just stay on target. So it's not something you're going to be worried about controlling your muzzle. Based on with either brake, you're going to be very comfortable, very, very easy muzzle control.
That's so cool. And so like I have a muzzle brake on one of mine and it is god awful loud. Like if I shoot
That means it's working.
indoors, everybody hates me. So that's kind of one of the trade-offs. Are they pretty loud or are they kind of like pretty average or
They're about average. The louder a muzzle brake is, usually the better it's working because it's redirecting those gases. So, are your people next to you at an indoor range going to be happy? Probably not. Yeah, to hell with them.
they'll know you're there.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
Every time I go, I always get like 2 or 3 people in other lanes kind of like,
What is she shooting down there?
yeah, they're like, what are you shooting? And I'm like, oh, it's the muzzle brake. That is so cool. And so so I'm like, okay, I'm going to put in my order. How long will it take from like order to like receiving like a custom made firearm from you guys? Like let's say it's not crazy and it's not like
6 to 8 weeks.
6 to 8 weeks. Okay.
Mhm.
That's only because there's not all parts are in-house for us. And so we do have to wait for things to come in and we're at the mercy of the supply chain.
So right now we don't make our barrel. The muzzle brakes, the optic mounts, and the backup sights. So your grips, your butt stocks. Did we freeze that? Oh, there you go.
Okay.
The grips, the butt stocks, the little parts, your barrels, bullet carriers, gas blocks. Right now, that comes from other people. We are planning with Optimum, with our partnership with them by the end of the year to hopefully be producing all that in-house.
Wow, that is really
so we want to minimize supply chain issues. Plus, if it's made in-house, I'm a little bit OCD. So that's wearing our name, I want to make sure that if you pick it up, whether you're going to the range, you're going to go shoot competitively, or you need to defend your family, it's going to do what you need it to do when you need it to do it.
That's kind of key with a firearm, like whether you're on the range or protecting yourself.
Right.
You want it to work every single time.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Oh, that is so cool. Awesome. Is there anything else that you want to share about 5150 rifles before I let you get on with your day and I start dreaming and scheming about, what I want to order?
We look forward to putting a Evolve rifle in everybody's hands.
That is so
The one thing that we didn't really, the cam system, the one thing we didn't touch on is it's user adjustable. So you can adjust the engage and disengage weight for yourself, or if you're teaching your kid, you want them to know how to break it down, lock it down. You'll be able to adjust those engage and disengage weights. And we're working to have our production models. You'll be able to do that with the safeties as well. Because I remember growing up and my dad at 4 years old teaching me to shoot, says, okay, you're good to go, push the safety. And I didn't have the hand strength to push the safety. So you'll be able to adjust that as well, which our competitive shooters we're sponsoring, looks like probably 4 competitive shooters will be able to set theirs how fast they want to disengage or engage also for when they're shooting. So everything about our gun is customizable to the user.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm really excited, man. Thank you for making such like a thoughtful and well put together gun. Like there's nothing out there like that. I'm really excited to see what you guys do and what you guys, what the future brings with your company. I think it's going to be amazing for not just for women, but for just people who want something that's like really tuned into them and not just, like you get like one of those like high-end vehicles that just seems to like function perfectly for them. And there's a couple of things. And then there's like those like other cars, like the Honda Civics of like 1997, and they're like kind of bondoed and stuck together with like the big shopping cart wing. And I feel like that's a lot of the times what you have to do to get what you want out of a rifle. So really excited to see something that's so high end and so thoughtfully done. Mama D, KB, you guys are amazing. I am really, really honored to have you on this show. Thank you so much for sharing what you guys are doing with 5150. I cannot wait to see all the good things that you guys make. For all you tough mothers out there that want something that is tailored to you, that is lightweight, that is user friendly, that is, ambidextrous, that actually accommodates your body, definitely check out 5150. I'm going to put all of their notes and contact information on their show notes page so that you can get in contact with them and get the most amazing gun of your dreams right away. Well, 6 to 8 weeks, but still better than nothing.
If you want to see it up close and in person, we are having a launch party at R2 Ammo in Liberty Hill, Texas on February 19th from 11 to 4.
Nice.
2 food trucks and a whole bunch of beer.
Can you really ask for anything else? Like
Right.
that's heaven right there. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Mothers, get out there, check it out, and most importantly, be not afraid.
Great job. You made it to the end. You are one tough mother. If you enjoyed this podcast and want to support the work that we do and keep the good lovin' coming, subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you're listening. What's that? You're one of those crazy mother followers that wants more of this nonsense? You got it. Subscribe to the Moms Love Guns YouTube channel, follow us at Moms Love Guns on Instagram, and join our free private Facebook group to connect with other women just like you in an encouraging and non-judgmental community. If you want to share even more love, share your new favorite community with a friend or all of your friends, maybe even a few enemies, just to be safe. Get out there, overcome your fears, be not afraid. You have got this.